So before I begin, I'd like to tell a bit about myself. My name is Mikael. I'm glad to be hosting all of you today in this session. Obviously, we're going to talk about Zinzino today. But before I begin, I'd like to welcome all of you to the sharing today. We are Zinzino. I represent Zinzino. A bit about Zinzino is that we are a global health and wellness company from Scandinavia. Today, we're going to talk about the few reasons that a couple of months ago, I have chosen to work with Zinzino, partnering with Zinzino, working with Zinzino, and hoping that I have made the right choice. So I'm going to share 4 or 5 reasons why I chose Zinzino, and hopefully one of the reasons or several of the reasons may resonate with some of you on why we all chose Zinzino as our partner for a company to build a massive business and share health with everyone. So allow me to share the screen with you. There you go. So I want to once again welcome all of you. So here in Zinzino, we are a global and health and wellness company. We started in Scandinavia, Northern Europe. Now, a bit about Zinzino. We're not just another product or supplement company. We lead a change in how the world thinks about health. Today, I'm going to show you a few things. Number one, I'm going to show you how to get our health back to normal and back to balance. And in the end, I'm going to show you how to build a global business by doing this. Here in life, we all want the same things. We want to feel good, stay fit, and be healthy. These are not extravagant desires. The problem with the world today is with the advancement of technology and medical tech and the ways we treat, the problem with human beings' health is that I don't see a way for us humans to be getting better. The problem I see every single day in newspapers and news outlets is that the more we advance our technology, it seems like the people who are sick in the world are getting more and more. Imagine we go to bed at night, but before we go to bed, in the kitchen, right, in the trash can, there is a small fire. Okay, there is a small fire happening in the trash can of our kitchen in our house, and then we go to bed. So at first, it may not seem a lot. At first, there's no smoke. I don't see fire. There's nothing happening. But the problem is, over the course of time, this fire will spread. The fire will grow, the fire will spread, and eventually, even before you wake up, the whole kitchen was gone. Your house may be burned down. That is the kind of health issue that we are facing. The problem is called chronic inflammation. The fact is, 97% of the world is getting this chronic inflammation and is doing a lot of harm to our body and to our health. So today, when we wake up, we look in the mirror, we look fine. But the problem is inside of us, the blood, the organs, the systems inside of us, it is telling a different story. And that is a huge problem. Historically, we eat from Mother Nature. So our food is full of vitamins, minerals, and full of, a perfect balance of omega-6 and omega-3 and all the nutrients that we need. So in my grandparents' time, they eat really clean and really healthily. And during those times, say 50, 70 years ago, we don't hear a lot of people getting, chronic diseases, do we? We don't hear a lot of people getting cancer, getting, heart diseases, high blood. We don't see all these things. But what changed over the last 50 or 70 years? I want to look back at some of the photos from the 60s, from the 70s. People don't go to gym that much. People don't take protein shakes, but yet those people look really sharp and lean. Look at the people here today. Did our genetics change? No, it is our food that changed, our diet that changed. We went from eating natural stuff to eating science experiments. Today, we eat too much man-made food. It is all high in sugar. It is all just calories. It is creating a massive imbalance. Look at the history. 150 years ago, we were 1-to-1 in terms of omega-6 to omega-3 balance. People were really healthy. There were no cancer, no heart diseases, no high blood. And that was perfect, you know? So 1-to-1 of omega-6 to omega-3 balance is what some scientists recommend we have. But this is a scale that different scientists, they have different interpretation. Some scientists say 1-to-1 is the best to go for. Some scientists say maybe 5-to-1 of omega-6 to omega-3 is acceptable. So here in Zinzino, we take the middle road. So we recommend 3-to-1 or lower to be a benchmark. But with all the cooking oils, seed oils, fried food, all the canned food, and man-made diet, the average is getting very serious. The average is about 25-to-1 worldwide. In Malaysia, where I'm from, the average is about 22 of omega-6 and 1 of omega-3. We eat too much of omega-6, when we use cooking oils, a lot of seed oils or fried food in our diet, that will increase the amount of omega-6 in our diet. We are drowning in omega-6 inflammation because omega-3 and omega-6, these two are essential fatty acids that our body needs, but our body cannot produce. The problem with this is that too much of omega-6 means that our body gets inflammation very easily because 3 of the 4 fatty acids that are grouped in omega-6 will increase inflammation in our body. In omega-3, most of the fatty acids will decrease the inflammation in the body, which is like a balancing act. We're supposed to have a balanced omega-6 to omega-3 balance. Now, what's going to happen when we don't have a balance? When we have too much of omega-6, there are a lot of symptoms. For example, as you can see on the screen, reduced brain function, reduced heart function, organ functions. You may not feel it right now yet, but your body is actually struggling. When we wake up, we feel I've slept 8 hours, 9 hours, but still I feel the fatigue, I still the tired, lethargy. What's the problem? The imbalance of omega-6 or omega-3 could be a big issue. Now, too much of omega-6 in our diet, really bad. The first reason why our body feels like this is because in our every single cell in our body, the cell membrane is actually about 50% made out of omega-3s and omega-6. That's why the imbalance or lack of omega-3 is really bad news to each and every one of our cells. We treat our cells like our house, our condo, our office, with a security guard guarding the door. That security guard is the membrane of your cell. You've got trillions of cells in your body, and each cell has a security guard guarding the door, letting the air, oxygen, water, nutrients come into the cell, and waste material, toxics that we don't want in our cells to be released from each of your cells. But for most people, because of what we eat every single day, because of chronic inflammation, your security guard, the cell membrane has gone crazy. Your security guard is not letting nutrients in and is not letting toxins out. Your cells are essentially living in a concrete bunker, suffocating in your own waste. Look at the red cells here on the screen. Nutrients get in slowly and toxic materials couldn't get out. We need to soften that membrane so that nutrients can get in easily and waste material get out easily. Now, how do we do that? We need to have a healthy and balanced dose of omega-6 and omega-3 so that your cells can turn from the red one, rigid membrane, into the green one with flexible membrane, in which the cells can communicate with each other easily and the nutrients can get in, waste material can get out easily. Now, that's problem number 1 when we don't have a balance of omega-6 and omega-3. Problem number two is even more serious. Scientists call it chronic inflammation. Chronic inflammation means a long-term persistent immune response that will last for days, for months, for years. Now, granted, inflammation is not all bad. Now, when we get hurt, when we are attacked by, outside bacteria or viruses, inflammation will help to repair your body. But the problem is, after repairing your body, repairing the cells, repairing all those wounds, and cuts and all, the inflammation is supposed to stop. But the problem is, with the imbalance of omega 6 and omega 3 in your body, that inflammation does not stop. It is like an alarm bell in your house that rings when there's a fire, that goes off when there's a fire. But after you put up the fire, the alarm bell does not stop. It keeps ringing every single minute, every single day, every single month, every single year. And what will it cause? It's going to cause a lot of issues for your body. And some of the symptoms that your body could be facing, a chronic inflammation, are listed here on the screen. Take a look. Frequent fatigue, even though you've slept for hours, Poor sleep, you're still tired upon waking. Your skin is prone to itching, allergies, and eczema. Unexplained ache in muscles and joints. Now, this happens to a lot of elderly people. Younger and younger people are experiencing joint pain and muscles pain. You will say this is normal because we are aging, so we're supposed to have some joint pains. No, that is not normal. That is all because of the chronic inflammation that is happening in your body. Now, how do we reverse that? How do we put out the fire so that your body will stop that chronic inflammation? Now, scientists tells us that one of, if not the most important thing we should do is to increase the amount of omega-6 in our diet. The problem with people nowadays is, number one, we don't eat enough omega-3. Remember I said omega-3 is an essential nutrient that we cannot produce. We have to ingest it from our diet. The problem with us, especially like myself, I'm a city boy. I don't eat much fish growing up. We really don't have enough omega-3 in our diet. And to make it worse, we take too much of omega-6 in our diet. We take fried food, unhealthy cooking oil, prepared food, and that it will worsen the result. The problem for us is that we want to be in the safe zone, which is above water. But most of us, facts and figures tells us that 97% of us are really in the danger zone, which is anywhere more than 3 parts of omega-6 to 1 part of omega-3. Now, in Malaysia, the highest number of imbalance I've seen, you wouldn't believe it. Now, here in Malaysia, we've seen now average of omega-6 to omega-3 is about 22 to 1, which means that some of them have a lower, for example, 4 to 1, 5 to 1, and so on. And others have it even higher. We've seen Malaysians with 30 to 1, 40 to 1, 50 to 1. And there's one young boy I've seen a couple of months ago who has the omega-6 to 3 ratio of 103 to 1. That's it. That is the highest I've ever seen. Unfortunately for this young boy, being not even 20 years old, he eats out all the time, fast food like all the time. All the symptoms that I was talking about before it happens to him, how many hours of sleep doesn't even matter because he will always wake up really lethargic. And then his immune system in the body is so weak that if anyone around him sneezes, he will surely get sick. So that's how serious the inflammation in his body was. And how do we get to find out whether my body is having this issue? In Zinzino, we have a test. We have a test that you can do at home. We can help you do it, but it is a simple test in which you prick your finger and get 2 drops of blood, and we can find out more than 10 different readings, quantitative readings about the balance level and the fatty acids levels in your body. Most importantly, that report will tell you what you should do to reverse the situation which you don't want. You know, I know friends who are spending more than 1,000 ringgit a month on vitamins or supplements and nutrients, but when they take our test, even for people who have been taking fish oil for 10, 20 years, when they take this test, some of them, they fail the test, which means that they have the ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 of more than 3 to 1, could be 9 to 1, 10 to 1, 15, 20 to 1 or above. Why? Because the cell membranes in their body, when they get tested, is rock hard. It's really not flexible. And these cells, they're not absorbing any nutrients. You know, all the money they spend in using all these supplements and, vitamins are just actually creating the world's most expensive urine. Here in Zinzino, we don't guess. We take a test. It's a simple dry blood spot test. And the first reason I chose to work with Zinzino is the fact that here we don't need to guess if our products work. We prove it. I want to share with you one simple video that shows you how this test is done. So as you have seen on the video that this is a very simple test. You can do it yourselves at home. You just need to clean your fingers and then prick your fingers with a tool in the kit. Get 2 drops of blood onto the sample card. Now don't touch those cards. Let the blood dry and then seal it up with the envelope we provide you. Stick it with the address of our company. Just send to our office in Jaya 1. Our staff members, our support team, they're gonna pack up and send all your blood tests all over Malaysia to this lab located in Oslo, Norway. Every single week, we're gonna send them there. Now, obviously, we don't analyze the blood. It is Vitas. This is world #1 lab that does fatty acids analysis. According to their website, they have done more than 2 million tests over the last many years. And I'm glad to share with you that out of all these tests, about 1.6 million are done by Zinzino customers. Other customers include professors from Harvard University, University of Cambridge, King's College London, University of Oxford, University of Oslo, MIT, so on and so forth. It's just that Zinzino, we are the lab's largest client because we give them so many tests. Since 2012, we have done more than 1.6 million test results all over the world. And the staggering fact tells us that the whole world is imbalance. If this is a test that we all need to take in a room of 100 people, we are sure that only 2 to 4 people out of 100 might pass this test. So that is how bad the situation has gone. And let's look closer to home for the country of Malaysia. We have just been started for a couple of years. So we have tested close to 9,000 Malaysians. Average omega-6 to 3 balance based on the first test for Malaysians is about 22 to 1, which is bad. Not the worst in the world, but it is not up to standard. But the figure that gives me a lot of potential is the third figure, which is omega-6 to 3 balance based on the second tests done by our customers. Now, remember, from first test, average of 22 to 1, average for people who have taken the second test, which means that after they tested, they go on the regime with Zinzino the second time. It comes down from 22 to 1 to about 3.5 to 1. This hasn't reached the level of 3 to 1 or lower, but that is a great improvement for Malaysians. It gives me a lot of hope that the test works and the products that Zinzino has given to our customers really work. So would you like to know your personal test results? I encourage everyone who is listening to this today or afterwards in the recording. If you have not taken your test, take your test. If you've taken your first one, please go on the regime that we suggest for you and test again after 4 months. Now, taking your supplements or multivitamins without a test is like driving in the dark. It's a mess if you just use your products without knowing whether it works. Zinzino's test-based nutrition is your GPS. It is your guide in which you know exactly what you currently are, your status, what situation of your health, and you know how to take, and we in Zinzino, we know how to take you to where you want your body to be. We give the proof in writing, in a report. To you, you get your own number to check your own report. You can download those reports and keep it for yourself, you know? If you're on subscription with Zinzino's Balance Oil and your first test is 3 to 1 or less, we even give you your money back on those tests. That is how confident we are. Every company asks you to trust us. Our products work. Here in Zinzino, we say don't trust us. Trust your own numbers. Give yourselves 120 days. If it doesn't improve, that means we have failed. But our record shows us that we never fail because more than 95% of our clients tested the first time and the second time see improvement. So that is why we are really confident to put this sentence on our slide. We can bring you back to balance in 190 days. And it's going to give you better brain function, better heart function, and better immune functions. And these are not just simple claims. We have the facts and figures to back us up. Here in Zinzino, it is science that is backing us up. People who are top of their business in the research and medical field, like Dr. Paul Clayton, Dr. Ola Edie, Dr. Angela, Dr. Abril, take a screenshot of this screen, Google these guys and look why these top line scientists and medical professors are working with Zinzino to improve our products, to improve the well-being for all people around the world. Here in Zinzino, the balance oil we give you is not just a balanced oil. It is added with valuable polyphenols. That is a breakthrough in science and production of fish oil, you know? So it is a synergistic formula in which we have about 60% of really high-grade fish oil and 40% of premium extra virgin oil, olive oil that has the polyphenols that can protect the fish oil in our balanced oil. Now, who here has stopped taking fish oil because when you burp, there is this fishy smell? That's not the flavor. That's not the flavor that fish oils are supposed to have. That is the taste of a rancid or rotting oil that is already gone bad. You were drinking oxidized fish oil or oxidized sludge, actually, if I put it bluntly. if you have that fishy oil smell. Our balance oil has no fishy taste because it is really fresh. I've been taking other brands of fish oil for about close to 20 years, right? I think more than 20 years. And I used to take them, and then after half an hour or 1 hour, when the body has ingested that fish oil, I will burp, and that fishy smell, that rancid smell makes me want to throw up. Let alone the smell of my fingers, when I try to cut the soft gel of a fish oil so that I can give them to my baby when he was still 6 months old. I wanted to give my boy some fish oils to improve his brain functions and his immune system. But when I cut those soft gels and those fish oil got into my fingers, it will not come off. Even though you've washed your hands, it will not come off for a whole day. But not for Zinzino's balance oil because it is just so fresh. Look at the chart. Standard fish oil rots in about 9 hours in lab condition. Krill oil rots in about 5 hours, but balance oil stays fresh for more than 35 hours under extreme lab situations. This is why ours work and other brands really don't really work, especially those that has that fishy smell. So the source of our balance oil is actually wild caught small fish, in which it is protected. The proprietary blend of polyphenols protecting the freshness of these omega-3s. And there's one special thing about a few special advantages of balance oil compared to other brands. Number one, the dosage of EPA and DHA, which is what the body really needs, is about, per dosage of 12 ml, is about 1900 mg. Pound for pound, I've done so many comparisons. Pound for pound, we are better than any other brand I can find in the market. That is number one. Number two, other than EPA and DHA, we also give you DPA, which is more stable in your body, that turn into DHA or DPA. And of course, there are many other advantages. You can take the balance oil dosage by your weight and by your age. Adults and our children, they take dosage differently. People of your body, my body is different. So why should we be taking the same dosage? We have a personalized dosage for each one of us. Good news for our friends who are vegan, we have a vegan solution, which is fantastic. Most of my friends who have taken it really love it, because people who are vegan, it is really difficult for you to be getting EPA and DHA directly from your diet. So this is great news for my friends. And then it is GMP certified, Friends of the Sea, Informed Sport. We also have colonialist and halal certified kosher. So it is crucial that we have this assurance that this product is of the highest quality. For our friends from 6 months old to 100 years old, brain immune growth benefits at every single stage. Anyone can take our balance to improve our body and improve our health. And Zinzino is the first company in which we can put all these health claims onto our slides itself without worrying that we will get sued, because we are backed by EFSA, the European Food Safety Authorities, and we are also backed by the 1.6 million tests. And those people who have improved their health after second test or third test. So with all these numbers backing us up, I can be so assured and be so confident about the products and its effectiveness. 95% of these people who are taking the Zinzino balance oil are back in balance after 190 days. The rest, if they take the oil rigorously, will eventually be back in balance. That is how confident we are. All right. So reaching omega-6 and omega-3 balance is one important thing. The first step to bringing you back into health, bringing you back into balance. But there are other products that in our line of products that is really important for you. Now, gut is our second brain. All right. If you've never heard it before, I would like to share with you. Gut health is really important. Xenobiotic is a concoction of 4 to 5 types of different types of fibers, prebiotics, which is the food to the bacteria in our gut. All right. So when you take 2 scoops of xenobiotic every single day, it goes into your small intestines and goes through to the large gut And then it becomes the food for all the probiotics, the microbacteria in your gut. Microbacteria will multiply, increase, and do their work in order to keep your, keep your intestines, keep your gut really healthy. And it's really important that we take this every single day. There's another one called Velixia. This is one of my favorite because it is a concoction of a lot of multivitamins, minerals, and also enzymes that are again useful for all the functions, all the organs in our body, especially our gut. So every single morning, I take all three products, my balance oil, my xenobiotic, and of course, the Velexia all together in the morning. And then for ladies or men who care about your outer beauty, do use our skin serum because it is just fantastic. My wife cannot help talking about his skin serum all the time. Now, there's one more important thing I want to share with you is our clients don't just include people like you, like me. There are a lot of Olympic gold medalists, world champions who are using the products. Now, these people, they are on sports contract. They cannot afford to take products that are not safe. So they don't compromise on their bodies. And neither should you compromise on your health. That was the first reason why I want to partner with Zinzino, this global company. Zinzino is a one world business. We are a listed company on Nasdaq First North, and our products deliver to more than 100 countries. You can be doing this business from Malaysia, but your business is global. This is the second reason I choose to work with Zinzino. It is a global company that you can partner with to build your business empire all within the touch of your fingertip. If you know how to do it by using our back office and all the functions, the websites, the Go Core app, you can take your business empire all over the world. All the difficult stuff like product, R&D, production, all these things are being done by the company, distribution, delivery of finance, everything's done by the company. All you need to do as a partner of Zinzino is just to share the business. Remember Nokia from many years ago? If you remember them, when iPhone was launched, they laughed at iPhone. Now today, what happened to Nokia? They're no longer around. iPhone is the premier product around because of innovation. Today, the supplement or health industry is Nokia because most of them out there, they're just guessing whether their products work. Zinzino is the Apple. We are talking about testing whether your products work in you, work in me. We are moving from a guess-based, nutrition to a test-based nutrition. I was thinking if I were to be able to buy Apple stocks back in 2007 or even earlier, that would be great. Now, this is where we are right now. If you choose Zinzino to become your partner for business, look at this chart. We were targeting to reach 1 million tests by 2023. We reached the target. Currently, we are on 1.6 million tests globally, and our long-term goal is to reach 1 billion tested by 2015. So if you are smart, I'm sure you are, if you are able to catch on this trend, you will be onto a big market, not only in Malaysia, but globally. Let me ask you one most important question. In your hand, you have one of the most important supplement and also the test in your arsenal, in your weapon, as your weapon. What are you going to do about it? Why do I want to choose to join Zinzino as a partner? Let me ask you a few questions. What do you really want? Do you want to have better health? Don't you want to have more money, a bigger business, that can generate, a passive income for the foreseeable future? Do you want to provide for your family and upgrade, for example, your home, upgrade your car? Don't you want to build lifelong friendships with people that you can do business and become friends for life? Don't you want to build a career with meaning, purpose, and fulfillment? It's not every day we get an opportunity to work with a company such as Zeno, in which we can build a legacy you know? And finally, who do you want to become? Don't you want to realize your potential and leave a legacy? This is where we are today. We have an opportunity to partner with Zinzino to start to build a business and become a partner with Zinzino. How do we become a partner with Zinzino? All we have to do is just to choose one of the three kids. Now, in Malaysia, about 85% of partners, they join our business by choosing the UPK, the ultimate kit, because it gives you the most value. And there are a few reasons why they choose it. Reason number one, it is the refund campaign. If you buy a McDonald's franchise, you've sold 100,000 burgers, you've been making money with this McDonald's franchise. Does McDonald's give you your startup money back? You've invested $1 million into the startup franchise. Do you think McDonald's give you that franchise startup fee back? Ooh. But here in Zinzino, we do. If you enroll as a partner with the Ultimate Partner Kit, the UPK, and get 25 premium customers at the end of your first year, we will refund your Ultimate Partner Kit cost. Now, this, for you as partner, becomes a risk-free business for those who are willing to work to share with our customers. There is an auto order for you because we need to be on the product, be on the balance every single month so that we can bring ourselves back to balance. This subscription includes the use of the back office, your business center, the Go Core app, your back, all the tools that can help you build a business. And it gives you every single month your balance oil, and every 4 months, one balance test. And you can run your business from your phone, which is fantastic. Now, here in Zinzino, all you got to do is start to share the products with your customers, with friends and families around you. You can start there and it will become viral, because when you love a product, you love the balance test, share it and you can get it for free. All you got to do is just refer 4 customers and your own monthly products becomes free of charge. This is fantastic, because this will create a massive retention rate for all your customers. In our business plan, the global average is paying out about 30 to 35% on the dollar to their partners as commissions. But here in Zinzino, we work different, because we pay up to 50% back to our partners as incentives and commissions. And also you can earn residual income from customers and building your team. This is the third reason why I chose to work with Zinzino. The compensation plan really rewards our partners who share the business and products diligently. And at the end of the day, you're going to get rewarded very handsomely. For example, if you are to build your customers, you are able to earn handsome cash bonuses, loyalty refunds, and Z rewards. If you are able to get 200 customers, you could be potentially earning between 19,000 to 90,000 annually, which is fantastic. And that is just the beginning, because with your effort, you are able to build a team of partners. Over time, it becomes a team effort. Eventually, in 2 to 4 years, that is how we can buy back time. We have a fast start plan to help you make your initial income, your initial rewards within just 4 months. The first step is to just get 4 customers in 30 days, and you can earn your first 500 ringgit and get your products free. The second step, enroll 2 partners with Ultimate Kits. Your bonus on the fast start is about 2,000 ringgit in 60 days. The next step is to help your 2 partners get 2 of their partners, and the company is going to reward you with a fast start bonus of 6,000 ringgit on your 3rd month. And on the 4th month, in 120 days, get 10 customers in total. Your potential income in 4 months' time could go up to 12,500 ringgit plus bonuses, which is crazy. That is how we can help you to get your business, get your career really fast, really get it started really fast. And the next step is to follow our system, get all your partners to earn their fast start, and you could earn the silver rank, which is 1,000 ringgit per month residual income easily. To build your business, get 4 silvers in your team, and you could potentially become an executive with an income of 4,500 part-time per month. which is okay money for Malaysia. Help four of them to become an executive just like you. You could become a diamond in Malaysia with 20,000 ringgit per month incentive. This kind of income is like a director level salary in corporate Malaysia. And the next step, help four diamonds and you are crowned. And that income is about 60,000 a month. Let me ask you one question, ladies and gentlemen. Is 60,000 a month as a part-time income, as a career, is that a good money? I'm sure most of us will enjoy that kind of money. You know, that is not an end because this is just a beginning of a business potential. Which level would you like to be out of all the career ladders? The income shown here is not just calculated income. These are average income that our partners are making every single month. Now, we are a public listed company. So what kind of commissions we are paying out? It's all open or public info. So which level do you want to be? Do you want to become an executive? 4,500, 4 to 5,000 ringgit of commissions a month? Or do you want to become a diamond? About 20,000 ringgit commissions a month? Or is it crown that you want to become at about 60,000 on average a month? Or you could be looking for ambassador. By just building 3 teams, you could be making at about 120,000 ringgit per month. If you reach the level of president, you could be making between 200 to 250,000 or even more a month. That is crazy amount of money and it is not novel. Because just yesterday, I was having lunch with one of the presidents. She is really working the business, sharing all the products with everyone around and help building the team. Eventually, she became a president level and she is really making that kind of bonuses because, you know, I'm the member of the corporate. I know all these numbers. And that is even not the end of the career because there are more levels to go for and the sky is the limit. The last reason I want to talk about, it is about timing. You know, this is a compound curve. We are currently in 2025. We are looking to break into 1 million customers at the end of this year, but this is just getting started because the wave of Zinzino is coming. Our goal for the foreseeable future is to get to 20 million customers by 2035, which is 10 years from now, and eventually to 100 million customers by 2050. That is the long-term target for Zinzino. What do we think about when we look at these numbers? Do you want to surf the wave or do you want to just watch the wave? Watch the wave pass by. I have got so much confidence in Zinzino. One of the reasons is because we have the track record to follow. For the last 20 years, Zinzino has reported double-digit sales growth every single year. Last year, we did about 200 million US dollars. This year, we are looking to break 300 million US dollars mark. This is crazy amount of momentum. And the good news is for you and for me in Asia, in Malaysia, in Singapore, in Taiwan, in Thailand, in Philippines, we are just getting started because we've just started here for just a couple of years. Now, it comes to the end of my presentation. I'm really happy for all of you to join me on today's journey. But if any of the 4 reasons that I've shared with you, why I chose Zinzino as my partner for my career, for my business, if any of the reasons or anything I've shared has struck a chord for you, then I suggest we make a change. Either it is to become a partner and build this business and earn long-term residual income together, work anywhere you like. You can be sitting in your house in Penang and doing business across Europe, the US, and Asia. Bring health and wellness to the world. Then become a Zinzino partner. You can talk to your partner who invited you to this video and ask them how they got started and how to become a successful partner like you and me. Or if you think that, maybe I want to try the products, then become a customer. We welcome all of you. Let us shape the future of nutrition together, because it is not every day that we come across an opportunity such as Zinzino, and people who are in Zinzino build a future of health, wellness, and wealth together in this journey of Zinzino. So please talk to the person who invited you together, and let's get you tested. Okay. Before anything else, I want to welcome all of you to Zinzino, and I can't wait to see all of you here in Zinzino. Thank you for your time, and I hope that we can see you all very soon.